Shalom, dear friends from all over the world. Here at the Holy Kaisel, the Western Wall. And I wanted to present to you my book, one of the 9 in print right now, soon to be 10, called Kavanos Halev, Meditations of the Heart. So this book has a little bit of a story behind it. It's the first book that I wrote, and it began when I was in Lakewood, New Jersey. And the story goes that I was driving along in Lakewood, and I gave the Rosh Hashiva, Rev Makil Cutler, a ride, introduced myself. I told him that I wrote the Sefer, and I meet with him to speak about it. And he was very polite and agreed. We made a meeting, and when I met him, he began observing the book by looking at the footnotes on the bottom. And he began to quote every single book. He knew who wrote it, what it was about. Even the Hasidic Svarim, all the Bresla Svarim, he was familiar with every single one in detail. And then he looked at me and says, "You're wondering why I'm looking at the footnotes here." And he told me that if you look at the footnotes of a book, you can follow and know the entire book, what it's about, just from the footnotes. Of course, he later went on to read the entire book. And that also is a bit of a story. And, Rav Makil Cutler, Shlita, Holy Rosh Hashiva, the largest yeshiva in America. So when he presented the Haskama to me, he told me this is the only Sefer book on Hashkafa, on advice on how to live, that he is at that time ever given a Haskama for. He enjoyed the book, he recommended it, the Haskama, the approval is inside the Sefer. And the story goes that he was so busy to write the Haskama and to finish reading the book. He told me every Motzi Shabbos, after Shabbos, I want you to call me on the phone, remind me about the book, see if I did it or not. So he used to call him every single week. Motzi Shabbos, Rosh Hashiva, Shavua Tov, have a good week. By any chance, does the Rosh Hashiva have time yet to look at the book? He says, "Oh, Moshe, I'm so busy, every minute I'm learning Torah, I'm teaching Torah, every single minute. But soon, B'ezras Hashem, I'm going to get to it. Call me next week." And this went on for months and months and months. Every Motzi Shabbos, I called the Rosh Hashiva, and we became friends for this. As you could get close to someone who has no time for the physical world except to teach Torah. And it was different. When he said it, he meant it. Like, mamash, every minute I'm learning. And finally, one week, he says, "This week, I'm going to be going to a few chasanas. I'm reading in the car. I'm going to start beginning it." And he read the entire book. And we have his Haskama as well as many other approvals. And so the book has 11 chapters. It's similar in style, if I could say something like that, to the book Mesilas Yesharim a little bit. That was my idea, at least. So it has different chapters. Avodas Hashem is the first one. Simcha, joy. Overcoming the Yetzer Hara. We have a chapter in Torah study, humility and simplicity. Hisbodedus, meditation. Arise, speaking about learning Torah at night. Then we have a chapter on tefillah, prayer and speech, important of these things, how important they are. We have a chapter on Shabbos, called the Kavod Shabbos. And we have a very important chapter, Avos Yisrael. Every book that I wrote has something, has a lot of emphasis. The person should have Avos Yisrael should love their brethren, and they should have a tremendous love for the fellow Jew. And we have to work on that. And then we have final chapter, Kavanos Halev. And each chapter, when it finishes, it has a small prayer that a person could say to ask Hashem for success in their life. So that summarizes the book. It's written in a style, when I wrote it, specifically, there are a lot of Breslov ideas, and as everyone knows, I have a connection there. I have a connection in many places. But I also wanted it to be a very well-rounded book. So I have the Vilna Gaon in here. This is a book that's to bring light from all the different movements in one place, to give a person a derech in midos, in character correction, and closest to Hashem. Like I said it before, this was the only book at the time when the Rosh Yeshiva gave me the Haskama, the approval. They said that it is on Hashkafa that he has ever written approval for. And I hope that you'll enjoy it. I definitely recommend this as if you're going to get my books as one of the first reads, depending on the person, but for most people. And appreciate your support. Please share this with others. And the books are sold at cost. I'm not making any money. It's there for you. It's a gift from Hashem. I hope you'll take it and make a small purchase. Wish you all the best. Shalom from Jerusalem, from Holy Kaisel. Shalom, shalom.